Start the motor apart. Now before we do, we need to mark the casing so that we put it all back together properly. So there's usually a mark from the factory just here. It helps you to line up the end casing and the body, and then you'll want to put another mark about here and on the casing here, anywhere at all, just so that it helps you to put the thing back together and not have the mounting bolts pointing the mounting points in the wrong place. Now at the back we have three 7mm long screws, so we'll be taking those out first. Now, at this stage the motor will fall apart. The gear end will just come away here, like so. These are the reduction gear housing. This is the reduction gear housing here. You can see the gears, transfer gears here and here. They look to be in fairly good condition. So we'll put this aside for the time being. And now we'll take the end cap off. Now in here you have your brushes, and at a quick glance I would have to say a couple of the brushes are worn down fairly bad. One of them here is worn down to the actual wire. The insulating on the wire here is actually rubbing off the commutator. This is the comm here. All these copper slip rings, they actually look to be in reasonable condition. Now if we look at the end cap, I don't know whether it's going to work with, you have a look, you can probably see dust falling out there. That's full of dust and dirt. See all that? That's all dust from the brushes. The brushes wear down, they turn into powder, and that's what you're left with. And that usually gums up the inside of the starter. So the next job will be to strip this completely. We'll take the armature out of the body, and we'll have a closer look at that, see what condition it's in. Now while we're checking things out, it's worth just taking note of where all these washers go and plates. This small washer here, when you're reassembling the motor, goes at the back end, at the back of this bearing here. This is the bearing that sits into the end cover, and the bigger washer here, this one, sits just here at the splined end, and of course this plate then goes in front of that, and then the other plate, this thinner plate, goes in front of that, goes on top of that. It's easy to, these washers, when you take the motor apart, these washers tend to fall off and stick to the magnet, so you end up not knowing where they go. So it's simple enough. Big washer to the front, the splined end, and the small washer just here at the back end. That's the end that goes into the end cap. Now here we have the brush plate, and two of the brushes are actually connected, soldered onto the plate itself, and the other two are soldered in here into the body. Now the two that I'd be concerned about are these two. One of them has fine cracks on it, it's breaking up, and the other one is worn fairly close to the wire, to the insulating. The insulating was rubbing off the comb here as the starter turned around. So I'll be putting a new set of brushes in. That should help the motor. Now I'm going to clean up the commutator. It's not worn here, it's just embedded with marks from the brushes. So I have it in a vise here, not too tight, padded with a rag. You don't want to damage these things, they're very easily damaged, so just a gentle grip in the vise. And what I have here is a strip of 1500 grade wet and dry paper. Now the best way to do this, simplest way, make sure it's the width of the comb, no wider, alright, you will end up marking the bearing. This way you don't get flat spots. You're pulling in a circular motion around the comb. Now that's just 30 seconds rub, and you can see the difference already. It's not finished yet. I need to do a little bit more just to get these little marks out here. You don't have to get it perfect, and you definitely don't want to wear down the grooves. Now here we are after about maybe 5 minutes with the 1500 paper. That's not too bad. Nice and smooth, not too many little marks left. Just a bit more here. You don't have to kill yourself doing this, you just want to get the surface clean and free of any major grooves or nicks. That's it. I'd be happy enough to put my name to that. We have to take this off here. Now mate, just be careful that you note where all these washers go. There's the nut, metal washer, big fibre washer, and you have two of these small fibre washers. And if we push in here, take this O-ring out of the way. Yeah, that's the brush assembly out. As you can see, they're easy enough to get to.